the Byzantine Cataphract. A fan-favorite unit that players had a soft spot since the release of Age of Kings. One of the coolest looking units in the game with a special bonus attack against infantry, good resistance against camel units, and big amount of hit points with mobility and fast attack speed. The Cataphract has been reskinned few times during the years with few changes here and there. Today we are going to see how historically correct is the Cataphract unit. The Byzantine Empire, or Roman Empire, or Empire of the Greeks, as Westerners used to call it, gradually abandoned its legions, which consisted of the Legionaries, and by the 7th century they focused more on heavy cavalry. This is where the Cataphracts made their appearance in the Roman ranks. Cataphract comes from the Greek word kataphractos, literally meaning enclosed on all sides. Now let's check its historical aspect in the game. The real Cataphract was a skillful warrior and was trained with multiple weapons, especially with a lance or mace. In-game, the Cataphracts are wielding swords, which isn't entirely wrong since they also held swords and bows, but it wasn't their primary weapon. The kite shield is on point, although they use different kinds of shields too, especially small round ones like the ones that the Sogdian Cataphract has, but kite shields are accurate too. Now let's talk about the skin of the unit. The older version of the previous patches is much more accurate than the current one. The helmet was more pointy rather than roundish, and most of the body and face were covered with ring mail with few plate mails on the shoulders and arms. I don't know why the developers decided to reskin this model since it looked exactly like the real one. Of course, the new version looks cool too, and it is very similar with the old one in many ways, but their truth is the previous looked more accurate. But both old and new versions wear the blue tunic over the chainmail, which is correct, although there are reports of red, purple, and even gold tunics. While in-game, this tunic changes color depending on what color the players choose. There are also versions of them with cloaks, but I don't know if it was something that they would wear during battles and more possibly was used on ceremonies and parades. Another aspect of the Cataphract that is wrong in all its versions is the horse. The horse in game looks different than what it looked like in reality. They were covered in full ring mail armor from head to the ground. A much more accurate version is the Imperial Centurion horse. So in conclusion, if the developers would ever consider to reskin the Cataphracts, it could look like this. The Centurion's horse, a lance, and the skin of the previous model. Now about their attack bonuses, the Cataphracts were used as shock cavalry, breaking enemy formations and charging on other enemy heavy cavalry. In-game they lose from heavy cavalry units and cavalry archers. About the cav archers there is some accuracy since the Cataphracts struggled against them. The ability of the cav archers to hit and run made it difficult for the Cataphracts to hunt them down, and then the Byzantine army would deploy its skirmishers and light cavalry. The in-game unit is expensive to upgrade as well as to train, which was true in real life too. Overall, the game unit has many similarities with the real-life Cataphracts, and I would give it 7 out of 10 of accuracy. That's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoy this kind of videos as much as I do. Let me know if you want to see more units and which one specific. I will do my best to check its historical accuracy. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. A small click from you, it means a lot to me. See you in the next video.